Hi, everybody. It's Craig from Doc Sports back with your College Hoops Friday action, January 8th, January 9th. Friday, January 9th, we're going to have a group of college basketball here on our quick rundown. Not any ranked games today, but that doesn't mean we can't find some winners. We're going to cover all the big games. Don't forget, if you want to get on all my plays, I've got an all sports pass. The only way to get it is if you text this number right here. So right here on the screen, you text your name to my number, 740-760-1131. That's my cell phone. You text that, I'll send you back the link. It's usually $800. You buy all the different sports for 2 weeks. Over 75% off. It's just $99. But the only way you'll find it, you can't find it, you can search on the website all you want. The way you'll find it is if you text your name to my number, and I will send you the link to get in on it. Okay, let's go college hoops action. We start with the second longest win streak going right now in college basketball. Miami, Ohio's favored by 1.5. They're 16-0 on the year, facing a pretty good Toledo team. I think it tells you it's just a 1.5 point underdog here. Total 163.5. And I kind of worry a little about this game for Miami, Ohio. I think Toledo's pretty daggone good. I mean, they've won 4 in a row, and they beat a pretty good Western Michigan team 3 back, and then CMU and NIU on the road. Now they return home. They had a couple days off to get ready for this, and they face a Miami Ohio team that's played a little closer games as of late. They 2 back. They beat Akron, a good Akron team, by 3 at home. They beat 11 to Western Michigan last time out, but didn't cover. I think you take Toledo here. I think this is where Miami Ohio goes down. I would love to see it continue, as I'm in Cincinnati. Miami, Ohio might be where my daughter goes. She's one of her final 3 or 4. It's only like 45, 50 minutes away. Maybe even we go visit this. That may be a good idea. But anyway, next game we have Wright State and Detroit here. And Wright State's favored by 5, total of 147. And this is a pretty good matchup in the horizon. So far, Wright State is at the top of the horizon, but I don't know if they'll be there at the end of the season, but so far they beat IUPUI last time out by 4. They didn't cover that game. They beat Milwaukee and Oakland the games before that, and then they went to the MAC and beat Eastern Michigan. They did lose to that Miami Ohio team only by 7, FYI. So I do think Wright State's the better team. I worry because Detroit's pretty good at home, and always a tough spot. I think I'll tell you what. Let's play the first half, Detroit. I think they'll be up at half. I think they'll get up for this one. But I do think maybe Wright State might be too much in the end. So let's take Detroit in the first half, plus 2.5, plus 3. I see it. Search it around. I see it in both spots. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on all the great content we have here at Doc Sports. Now, next game, Cleveland State at Oakland. And these are not the best of teams here. Oakland's favored by 14.5, a total 173. Obviously, you see that big total, you think points, and that's because Oakland really scores. I mean, they've scored 96, 85, and 73, 70, 82 in the last 5 games. So they put up some really big numbers, including last out against Robert Morris. And it's the Cleveland State defense that's kind of up and down. Last game, they held Purdue Fort Wayne to just 74, but the game before that, they allowed 86 to Purdue Fort Wayne, or Indiana University of Purdue. I think you take the under here. I just think Cleveland State knows if it gets into a shootout, they're going to get beat by way more than the 14.5. I want to take the under in this matchup, under 172.5. Okay, next game. We're going to look at Akron at Bowling Green. This is a pretty good Akron team, minus 2.5 here on the road, total 165.5. But they're both 11 wins, 11-4 Akron, 11-5 Bowling Green. I think Akron's the better team on the road. Obviously, that's the great equalizer in the MAC conference. This is a tough matchup. I kind of thought it would be a pick 'em and I could take Akron, but at the 2 points, I mean, it's going to come right down to the wire. Akron almost beat Miami, Ohio. So I'm going to give them the lean in this one. I'm going to take Akron minus 2.5. It's not going to be one of my best plays of the day. I think this is a great game to watch if you can watch this one. Next game, we have 2 games left. USC at Minnesota. Minnesota's coming off the big win, minus 4 here, total 146. And, can Minnesota do what they did against Iowa, winning 70-67 last time out? They also beat Northwestern the game before that. So it's like they've had 2 nice Big Ten wins. And don't look now. I mean, this team is 3-1, right, in the Big Ten. So they're 4th in the Big Ten. I never saw that coming. They had that win earlier the year, beating Indiana as well. No, it might be 3-2. They lost to Stanford earlier. But either way, they've played really much better. I never thought they beat Indiana. Definitely didn't think they beat Northwestern. And they didn't think they beat Iowa. They won all 3 outright. And they're facing a USC team that was ugly, that was just hammered. 30 points at Michigan 2 games back. Then they stay in state. They face Michigan State, lose almost as bad. They lose by 29. And now they face Minnesota that's maybe it just has a little letdown. I think you have to take USC plus the 4.5. I think if this team has any heart, any gonads, as they say, they got to get up for this game. I'm going to take USC plus the 4.5. Don't forget about the premium products we have at YouTube. We have 3 levels of premium. Level 1 is Lenny's video every day, $4.99. Plus, you get early access to all the football, and we do some live content that's exclusive to our members. Level 2 is Indian Cowboy, where you get extra plays from Indian Cowboy every day, video format, and you can talk to them back and forth. And then level 3, you get all 3 levels. Level 2, you actually get level 1 as well. So you get all 3 levels as you move up, and you get 3 expert plays every day from Doc Sports experts, one of them being from me. So make sure you check that out. Very simple, $49.99 a month for the level 3. Last game, we go to the Mountain West, UNLV at Colorado State. Colorado State favored by 7, total 151. And this is a very good Mountain West conference this year. How good? These teams are 6th and 8th. UNLV 6, Colorado State is 8. It is loaded again. We've seen the last, 3 years of the tournament? We've seen multiple bids. In fact, they've gotten more teams in, I believe, the last few years than the Big East in several of these years. So it has been a top-to-bottom, very tough conference. And UNLV is coming off an ugly loss, 32 points at Wyoming. That's going to have them ready. And Colorado State lost at home by 10 to New Mexico last time out. So it tells you the top-to-bottom depth of this league. I think you have to take the points here with UNLV. They did not play well. It was never close. They were down big early, and they never came back. I think UNLV will bounce back in this spot. I like what Pastner, right? Josh Pastner there has kind of started to build that team from bottom up. He didn't just go get all NIL guys because that's hard to win at UNLV like that. I like what he's done. I think they stay above 500. They're just 7-7 on the year. I think they get the cover here. Might even win this game outright. Let's take UNLV plus the points. All right, guys, those are the plays for today. Don't forget, my top play today is going to be in the Indiana-Oregon college football playoff game. You can get in on it. How? You text your name to my number right here on the screen. That you text that number. I will text you back the link to get in on my 2-week all sport pass, $99 tonight. You'll get all 3 of my plays. So you got to play in the NBA. Got to play in college basketball, smaller plays there. But the big 6-unit play is in the playoffs. And then you'll get 13 more days of my all sports action, which is 3 to 4 plays, maybe even 5 some days every day. So make sure you get in on that. Text your name to my number. All right, guys, have a great day. See you again tomorrow.